Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. In today's video we're going to be going over genome duplication. Now in my opinion this has been one of the most, if not the most, basically a concept that punched holes in the evolution of organisms that was brought about by Charles Darwin. So I want to just start off by saying that quite possibly the scientific discovery that challenged Charles Darwin's theory of gradualism and infinitesimally small modifications, by the way these are discussed in previous videos, that led to the evolution the most. Genome duplication, arguably Ono's biggest contribution to the scientific field, was proposed to be a central concept to the evolution of genomes and organisms, and this was supported by a qualitative theory. Now, genome duplication, by definition, just so we do not beat around the bush a lot, genome duplication by definition is the process by which additional copies of the entire genome are generated, and this occurs due to a disjunction during meiosis. The resulting cells and ultimately organisms are going to be polyploid. Now, the reason this concept brings about doubts about Darwin's theory is because it results in, well, as stated before, the duplication of a gene that is no longer under the constraints of the purifying or negative selection now, and will be able to evolve to perform new functions. Now this is called neo-functionalization. Therefore, if such drastic changes at the gene level are going to be occurring, then the concept of infinitesimally small changes simply isn't applicable anymore. Because as we can recall slightly, infinitesimally small changes are going to be very small changes or mutations that are going to be occurring in our genome that are going to be eventually leading up to bigger changes. However, this genome duplication, essentially we're copying big chunks of our genome, putting them in other areas, and these are going to be under the constraints of different promoters and different regulatory elements. So in this case, these are not under the same effect of negative selection. Therefore, this can give rise to new functions and also a whole wide world of things that can happen. Now, this concludes today's episode of discussion of the Biology's Big Bang Revisited. I'd like to thank all of you guys for watching. This has been Ali from B Biology.